What's going on, you guys? This is Mark from the Chumcast. I'm back again with my comic book picks of the week, so stay tuned. Well, before we get started, I would kindly ask you that you hit that subscribe button. It really helps the show. But the first book we have here is Spider-Verse number 4. This one's written by Taran Killam, and Dave Raposo is doing the art on this cover. So Spider-Verse, we have some crazy things going on. This issue is number 4 of a 6-issue miniseries. So each issue is taking place in a different Spider-Verse. And in this issue, we have Miles Morales, who is, I guess, a cowboy, you would say. He's teamed up with a character by the name of Webslinger. I'll just call him the Spider-Man of this multiverse. Overall, this has actually been one of my favorite series in the last couple months. Spider-Verse is a pretty hot topic within the Spider-Man universe right now, especially with the recent announcement that we're going to get an Into the Spider-Verse 2. I think this is definitely a book you should be picking up. Big week for Marvel, guys. We have a second printing of Miles Morales Spider-Man number 13. So you might be wondering why I went back and picked up a second printing of this issue. Well, it's because this was the first appearance of Billy, who is Miles Morales' new baby sister. And in this issue, we have the cover is showing Billy, which didn't happen in the first printing of this issue. So technically, this would be the first cover appearance of Billy Morales. And speaking of Spider-Verse, so the previous book I just talked about was issue number 4. In issue number 1, we were introduced to Spider-Zero. Now, we don't technically know who exactly Spider-Zero is. We just know what Spider-Zero looks like. But she looks a lot like she could be Miles Morales' sister. So, if that turns out to be the case, this wouldn't be the first cover appearance of Billy. It would actually be from, I believe she was in the cover for Spider-Verse 1. But either way, good issue to have, especially with it being a second printing. Next pick was Doctor Strange, Surgeon Supreme number 2. So we have Mark Waid as the writer, Kevin Walker is the artist, and I believe the cover is done by Max Fiumara. So this is the new Doctor Strange series, and it's off to a great start. Now, I just want to briefly mention that in the first issue, we had an awesome cover done by Phil Noto, and what Marvel did is they didn't tell anyone they were doing these like secret variants. In the original cover, you had Doctor Strange, and it was split down the middle, where half of his body was in his his Doctor Strange outfit that he usually wears, and the other half showed him in his surgeon outfit. And in the cover, it was Doctor Strange. He was holding a surgeon knife and wearing a surgeon outfit, and then he was doing some spell, and he was in his Doctor Strange outfit. And what they did for these secret variants is they swapped what he was holding. So he had the surgeon knife in his Doctor Strange outfit, and he was casting a spell in his surgeon outfit. So when you go out hunting, make sure you keep an eye out for that. Now, back to this issue, Doctor Strange is living a double life as a surgeon, while he's also using the mystical arts to fend off all these supervillains. Where we were left off in the first issue is Doctor Strange was mid-battle with the Wrecker, who somehow got a hold of an enchanted crowbar, but they're duking it out right now, and I like this book. I'm not a huge Doctor Strange fan. He's not even close to being one of my favorite Marvel characters, but I'm glad I picked up this issue. And next we have Thor number 2, written by Donny Cates, art is done by Nick Klein and Matt Wilson, and I mentioned this back, I think 2 weeks ago in my first comic book pick review that I did. This is a new Thor series, and the stakes are really high already. Galactus has crashed down to Asgard, Black Winter is coming, and we get a nice little appearance from a fan favorite Thor/Marvel character. I won't tell you who it is, but I'll give you a little hint. Christian Bale? Pick this one up. This is a series you're not going to want to miss. And we are down to the last 2 picks of the week. This is Weapon Plus World War IV number 1. This one's written by Benjamin Percy. The art is done by Georges Gianti, and the cover art is done by Kyle Hotz. I don't know if I'll call it a key issue yet, but we do get a first appearance of a new character called Manslaughter, and we're also getting a new origin story around a weapons program they use for World War IV. So I recommend grabbing this, at least grab this first issue. This is a cool concept, so you never know what Marvel's gonna do. They can make this into a TV show, even possibly a movie. You never know. Okay, my final pick here is Avengers number 30. This one's written by Jason Aaron. The art is done by Ed McGuinness. And we have a cool little cover here done by Miko Suiyan. So at first, I did really like where this story was going. The Avengers, they need to protect Starbrand from a bunch of cosmic enemies, I'll call them. And Starbrand has finally found a host in this issue here, which we kind of knew who the host was going to be if you read the previous issue. Overall, I do really like Ed McGuinness's art throughout this book, but the story's just not really doing it for me right now. To be frank with you guys, I picked this one up pretty much because I knew we were going to get that first appearance of Starbrand. But I want to know, are any of you guys reading this? What do you think? Am I the only one that doesn't think it's that great right now? Leave a comment below. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this series. All right, well, that's all I had. I want to thank you guys again for sticking it out with me and going through my top comic book picks of the week. Moose just came in, my little French bulldog. Moose, come here. Oh. This is Moose. I guess I'll do the outro with Moose. All right, you guys. Well, I want to thank you again for sticking around with me and going through my comic book picks of the week. I also want to mention behind me, if you'll notice here, I have a new Spider-Man statue. I just did an unboxing and review, which you can find, I'll put it over here maybe, right here. But click that, watch my unboxing and review of this gorgeous statue. And again, I'll ask that you hit that subscribe button and help support the show. Until next time, jumps out, dudes.